ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I don't know why Johnny Depp just fascinates me. Dude blows for some serious money if you believe his former business managers. And I guess I could see it. I mean, he does own like some, private islands and all that.
And they're fighting because he's accusing them of stealing from him.
Yeah.
And they're accusing him of just overspending.
Right.
I think both might be right. I think they probably stole from him.
Yeah.
And he probably does overspend.
Probably somewhere in the
middle.
middle.
But you know what? It's his money. He can do whatever the F he wants to do with it.
No, you're right.
It's not a crime to overspend. It's a crime to steal from your client.
In an interview last month, he said, if I want to buy 15,000 cotton balls a day, it's my thing.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
And he does sound a lot like the guy from the Rolling Stones.
Ron Wood. He's never come back. He's never come back. That's so rare that you see somebody take on a role and they just can't come back. He's stuck in it now. He is forever going to be a pirate. He just has to keep playing that role forever. And I guess he can.
Yeah.
He can play that thing till death. He can be, all wrinkled up. He just looks like a sea hag.
In fact, aging, that's the one role you would like. You want your pirates to look a little worn.
Yeah,
you look
do.
like a pirate.
Absolutely do. They said that he's made over $650 million in the course of his career, and he was blowing through about $2 million a month. And they said, obviously in time he's going to run out because he is spending more than he's making. Some of the stuff he spent money on, $30,000 a month from wines around the world, and they say that he spends hundreds of thousands of dollars on a sound guy who feeds him lines through an earpiece so he doesn't have to memorize his lines.
Oh.
When you see him, I'm like, okay.
That's something.
How could you do that, though, if you, sight unseen? And we do some of that stuff. Like, sometimes I get thrown a script and I've not had a chance to read it. And it's tough to get, especially, the facial,
He's
inflections
good, though.
and everything, right? Yeah,
he's been doing it since he was a kid,
But,
man.
I mean, could you throw him a curveball like he's never read it and be going, right, so...
He probably goes over it, has somewhat of an idea, and kind of gets the script. I don't think he is just getting on set and go, oh, well, this is a script.
What the F?
Yeah, I think he probably looks it over because it takes a lot of time to memorize all those lines.
He gets an idea, maybe understands where he wants to pause, this and that, and then he just doesn't waste his brain power on all the memorization.
Because he probably gets it down 60%. Has the idea, and then he's like, "Oh, I got the idea. Just feed me the line, and he'll be fine."
Wow,
I could see that working.
His former management company wants him to be psychologically evaluated for compulsive spending disorder.
What does it matter? That is irrelevant. What he spends of his own money has nothing to do with his lawsuit against those guys for swindling and supposed to be managing his money. Meanwhile, they're stealing it from him.
And how true is this story that he's, all these? He's buying $2 million worth of wine. How accurate are these stories?
It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. He can spend his money on whatever he wants.
Yeah, no, he can. Do whatever you want to do, man.
If he's got proof those guys stole from him, they need to come down hard on him.
Yeah.
And lock him up or whatever they do. Do they lock you up for that?
For stealing? Usually. Yeah. Usually stealing does lead to...
Typically not legal. Well, the question is, and he needs another Pirates movie because his projects the last couple of years, he's been voted the most unbankable star in Hollywood. What you pay is not what you get back.
But the other thing, too, is there's a bit of a witch hunt out for him. And when guys or girls get to a certain level and they're making X amount per movie, they start to look for things that are wrong. Oh, he failed on that. She failed on this. People love to tear motherfuckers down, man.
They do, but they do have this calculated list they put out every single year that obviously the people in Hollywood look at first. And it's how much did you pay? How much did they bring back in box office dollars?
But you have to think that Pirates, that whole formula is out the window because him plus Pirates equals money.
It does.
Yeah, and that's what's going to save him. That's what's going to bring it back. That's why it's been the last 2 years, he's been tops of that list, saying he's the worst investment in Hollywood. You will pay a lot more for his salary than what you're going to get back. And a Pirates movie will set that off because it'll make so much money, even though you still pay him a ton of money.
Right.
You'll still make so much back, and he needs those to keep himself off that number one spot.
He just needs to do a Pirates movie every 3 years.
Really?
That's what he's doing.
That's it.
That's what he's doing,
kind of his
too.
thing.
So you're set.
Well, wouldn't you? I mean, if you're in his position, would you not try some different shit out? You've been acting since you were 15 years old. If it bombs, you have so much money as it is.
He's
You
a real
own an
artsy.
island.
You own
He's
an
a real
island.
artsy guy. Yeah, he does stuff that makes money. You know, I think a lot of bands do that too. A lot of artists do that. They do the stuff that they really like to do, that they're personally into, and then they do the stuff that makes the money.
If he's not embarrassed with his decisions, then he doesn't give a fuck what anyone says.
Yeah.
If people are hating on him, and he's like, he reads all this shit, he's like, I'm still having a good time. He doesn't care.
His Pirates of the Caribbean is my no-name movie game.
Was that an insult to the No Name Movie game?
With not nearly the amount of coin we're talking about.
No, not at all. But it goes to show you that every now and then you got to fall on your sword for your craft and say, you know what, doing it for the people.
It's a knock on the No Name Movie game.
It's not a knock. It's just him saying he doesn't think it's the best.
Kevin hates
He
the No
doesn't
Name
love it.
Movie game.
But he's willing to do it.
There's been, seriously,
I do it for the people.
7 different times where Kevin's going, I just can't believe people like this game. I can't believe people are into the
I
No.
love it.
It's the
We've
same
been
shit
playing it
every
for-
week.
Every week it's the
You lose
same
every
thing.
week.
Every week it's the same thing. We've been doing it for 15 years, maybe even longer.
If you ask enough people, you'll get people who don't like it. There's always going to be people, kill it.
I know, but it's overwhelming. Normally we bring up something like this and it's like, yeah, it's on the fence. I mean, you hear about it, but no.
But you really are legitimately shocked.
I'm stunned. It's maybe one of the greatest surprising things of my entire career. Maybe one of the greatest.
I play that game. Anytime I have company over, No Name Movie game. I love playing that.
I know you do.
And I usually do better there.
Okay.
I'm noticing.
I'm sure.
Well, you don't have that tick, 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 tick. And
No.
yeah, you don't. Do you scream at your house guests?
Yeah, I get
Okay.
into it.
All right.
You know.
Did you see Tom Hanks' latest movie tanked?
I saw that. What, The Circle?
Yeah, it was Emma Watson. Is that who her name is? It was in Beauty and the Beast. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in it with him. And apparently he's partnered up with the guy who is the author who did this book. And Tom Hanks, this is his own personal thing. He loves apparently this author. It's his like favorite author. He does like these really smart things. And it had to do with Tom Hanks is kind of a, not necessarily, and I like it. It's an interesting concept. He's not necessarily a protagonist or an antagonist. He kind of like walks in the middle. Parts of them are good, parts of them are bad. And it has to do with technology and, you know, government spying on you from what I can understand, stuff like that. But it got beaten out by 2 lesser movies that didn't have nearly the same kind of like, you know, cast in it.
Is it now it got killed in the box office? Because the thing that will save him, not that he needs saving because he could put out poop 3 movies in a row and he's still going to be fine. Is it financially good? Or is it financially, is the critics liking it or is it just box office numbers?
Box office numbers.
Okay, because it could still be critically acclaimed.
Yeah, and it could be something where, I mean, you know, for a lot of people, some people, I mean, is the real highbrow stuff where you really got to think, is that a lot of times does that really crush at the box office? Because honestly, a majority of us, we use the movies as an escape. Like, we got to think in our regular jobs. Like, you don't want to go to the theater and be like, okay, well, I got to really put my mind into this one.
Why do they put subtitles on movies they don't need subtitles for? Denny's loves subtitles. Why am I want to go to a movie and read shit the entire time? You're missing half the movie.
Tom Hanks does good in movies where he is the sweetheart, too, where everybody's just in love with him. Maybe that's it. This movie, he's not. And people are like,
Yeah.
Edgy
Maybe.
Hanks.
Yeah.
There was an Indian film that beat it, and also this How to Be a Latin Lover also beat it. And they said 90% of the ticket sales for How to Be a Latin Lover, not surprisingly, were Hispanic ticket sales. Did really well, but I saw the previews for that. The previews looked really good. It was funny. Like, from watching the 2-minute preview, I'm like, that looks like a really funny movie. Kind of curious if it really held up.
Huh.
You know, sometimes you go and you see, like, in the trailer's got every funny part in it, and you watch the movie, like, going, oh, man, like,
I saw
everything.
all the good stuff.
Some of the trailers nowadays, they tell you the storyline and what the hell's going to happen in the trailer. I knew that when I saw Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah.
The trailer
Gives it all away.
Well, it shows Batman and Superman working together against other people. I'm not that big into the superhero world. I'm thinking the whole movie's about Batman thinks Superman's a dick and they're going to fight each other. The preview took all that away.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, man.
I hear you.
Superman is a dick.
I think Batman's the dick.
Really?
Yeah, Batman's so overrated. I'm out. That's all I'm saying. Kevin, you deal with the hate
Controversial comments.
I got to go home to a man with 2 Batman tattoos. I don't need this heat.
I love when people
You're right.
they try to act like Batman's better than Superman. Superman is a fucking alien who's got superpowers. Batman's got toys. All right, I'm out. Now I'm out.
Yeah, right. Money.
You said you
That's
were
it.
out 5 minutes ago.
Furthermore, let me tell you something else about
Yeah, now
this
back
Dick
in.
This Dick Batman.
Now I'm out. Now back in.
This dick man.
Yeah.
I just know people get mad about it.
That Baywatch movie is going to be coming out. Do you know who the Kelly Rohrbach is?
She's
Yeah.
the one who's hooking up with Aaron Rodgers.
They think now that he cheated on Olivia Munn with her.
Oh, shit.
Is
Look
he-
at you,
is he-
dropping bombs.
Is he talking to his family again?
No, not that I know of. I think it's,
He broke up with them, too.
It seems like he has gone so Hollywood. Aaron Rodgers has, quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. Like, he's just like one of those people that's gone. He started doing those.
I got new Hollywood friends. I don't need my old ones.
Right. It's like he's I mean, I don't know, but just the stories and watching the patterns and what's going on with his family, it's like he got hooked up with Olivia Munn. He got too big for his family. Then he got too big for Olivia Munn, started shacking up with this Kelly Rohrbach. Apparently they met at a golf outing, and the math doesn't work out. They were apparently very flirtatious, kind of hanging out, almost like dating in February. He and Olivia Munn didn't end it till early April.
They covered all this in the Bachelor series with JoJo, and he keep on talking about his brother. You know, my brother, we had a falling out. I don't want to talk about it though, but let me talk about it a
If
little
he
bit
were
more.
honest, I bet he would say,
Oh,
look,
no, he would talk. He
my
kept
brother's
talking
like
about
turned
it.
into a Hollywood prick. He thinks he's all Hollywood and he's too big for everybody now.
That was kind of the vibe you got, that he just didn't have time for his family anymore.
Yeah, I don't think it's an Olivia Munn problem. I think it's an Aaron Rodgers problem.
A lot of people blamed Olivia Munn for a lot of shit that he did.
Okay,
Well,
unless
now he's cheated on her and moved on.
yeah, and unless he reconciles with his family, which I haven't seen yet. If he reconciles with his family pretty quick, it's an Olivia Munn problem. If it's not, it's an Aaron Rodgers that's turned into a pretentious dick problem.
I like that better.
You think that's more fun?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He's a dick. This is more fun.
It is more fun. And you saw Ja Rule's getting sued for millions.
Yeah. This music festival is going to haunt him.
Well, it was just in the Bahamas. I didn't talk to anybody that was supposed to go to it, which, being so close to us, I thought that, maybe somebody would have checked it out, but I guess we had too much going on.
I'm surprised nobody here
Yeah.
local was like, yeah, man, I'm going to the fire festival.
I didn't
in
hear anything
Bahamas."
about it until
I
all the
didn't hear
chaos went down.
Nothing.
$100 million he's getting sued for. $100 million. They charge so much.
That's gonna hurt.
I mean, that's an ender for Ja Rule.
That's an ender. Yeah, I'll Google how.
You ain't going to be living it up.
No,
You're going to be
he's
living
not.
it down.
And it almost looks indefensible. And Mark Garagos, however you say his Garagos.
Yeah, Garagos.
He's the one going against him.
Ooh.
That guy don't lose.
That guy don't play.
That guy does not play. That guy does not lose. I'm like,
He
if
takes
it's,
the case because he knows he'll win.
if it's Ja Rule, you gotta be like, gosh, could it get any worse?
If you had to guess what Ja Rule's net worth is, what would you think it would be?
I'm gonna go 17 mil.
I'm going to go 8 million.
Damn it, yeah.
I
you
looked.
looked.
Oh, you
it's
did.
8 mil.
8 mil.
He's gonna be struggling.
Dang.
Well, he wasn't the only one.
No, he
Now,
wasn't, but
he
I
had
mean-
some financial backers and some other people.
Yeah. But, I mean, it sounds like it'll probably, if nothing else. I mean, they're talking about how they'll give VIP tickets to the people that were inconvenienced next year. They ain't going to be a next year.
No.
You think you're going to even try to get this fire festival or whatever it's called off the ground next year? No way.
That's the way to try to do it, though. See if they'll take passes for next year. But
I mean, how are you going to get anyone at all to invest in this stupid thing?
they're saying they locked these people up in the airport and they wouldn't let them leave.
Oh, my gosh.
They wouldn't give them, like, water. I mean, what the hell?
Unbelievable.
I don't know what the heck's going on, but if
Well-
Mark Garagos took the side of the festival goers, that's trouble.
I'm not surprised because how many festivals are popping up? Here we are, Sunfest week, and we had Tortuga, which is now huge. They just cracked over 100,000 this year.
The Okeechobee
Music Festival.
That was
We've got
massive.
Ultra. I mean, just alone in South Florida, we've got 3 massive music festivals going on, and they're going to do the hip hop one that is going to be coming up. Now, it's not a festival, but I guess it's a 3-day music thing.
That's a
almost,
festival.
That's kind of festival wise. And so people are doing these things and they're grouping them together and they're making tons of money. And so you had to figure you're going to start seeing a few that are going to flop because somebody had to do them right. It takes, I know Sunfest, they have, I don't know how many people work at Sunfest. It's at least, about 4 or 5 full-time people. And their whole job is putting together a 5-day music fest all year round. That's all they do. every single day.
It's a beast because it's
Yeah.
not just about lining up the music acts. It's about all the little details, the food,
Security, food,
security,
art, yeah.
fencing,
VIP, sponsors.
There's so many
Yeah.
different level, and if you don't know what you're doing from
Right.
the outside, it can look easy, and people go, "Oh, I can fucking do that."
Virginia, watch your mouth.
Sorry.
Ja Rule was one of those people. I think I can fucking do that. That's not a problem.
I'll be living it up.
We need to find an island in the Bahamas that doesn't have a lot of tourists and not a lot of hotels.
Yeah, they got this like island that was like basically when people arrived, they took pictures of the island. Okay, this is a picture that people took of the island, Jay Bird. They're like, it's like shanties. People are burning trash in their yard.
It looks like Armageddon.
It wasn't
It
made.
looks like-
Well, people all think it's like the whole Bahamas isn't like that. I mean, a lot of the Bahamas, except for like Nassau and Freeport, a lot of the cities in the Bahamas, they're not set up for travel and tourism.
Even a lot of parts of Nassau are shitty.
No, you could drive right out. I remember we went to a fish camp when we were there.
Yes,
It was a
yes.
little shanty thing that had the best, freshest seafood, man. They pulled the conch right out of the water right there, made you fresh conch salad. But that was what, a 5-minute drive from Atlantis?
And it wasn't fancy.
No.
And that's what they promised these people. Some of these people paid $12,000 for a ticket.
Yeah.
And the commercial had like yachts
Yeah.
and bitches in bikinis drinking champagne and like
Big dummy.
luxury accommodations.
Oh, man.
Gourmet food. All of this will be yours on a private Bahamian island.
Yeah.
And there was no yachts.
No.
They
Nothing.
actually, there's
do you-
proof
yeah.
that Ja Rule and the festival organizers started calling their friends that were celebrities and told them, don't come.
Hey, don't yo, we're not going to be living it up.
It's going to be really bad.
It
don't
sucks.
come.
Yeah.
They
Coming up-
should have canceled it before people got on the airplane.
Oh, absolutely.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
How did people get to the Bahamas at all? They
Dummies.
knew this shit was going awry.
Well, that's what's shady.
Yeah.
Thursday night at Sunfest, you've got Macklemore and Ryan Lewis. They're in the news today. There's a New Orleans musician saying that they stole Thrift Shop from him and 2 of his other songs.
I need to hear it.
There's
Can-
always
Can you
these-
play it? It's on TMZ. Paul Baptiste is the guy's name who's
Mm-hmm.
suing him. But I like to hear something before I ever say, okay,
Because-
Macklemore's in trouble.
Because sometimes you'll get something that influences you.
Yeah.
Walk into the club like, what up? I got a big
This is
pack.
Paul
Now I'm
Baptiste?
pumped. I bought some shit from
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
Ice on the fringe is so damn frosty. The people like,
Damn, that's a cold ass honky.
rolling in hella deep, headed to the mezzanine. Dressed in all pink, set my gator shoes. Those are green drink
Okay.
and a leopard mink.
Dun,
Girls
dun,
standing
dun, dun. That's probably what he's going after here. And here's Paul Baptiste, the guy from New Orleans.
Are you sure this is this?
Yep. There's another part of the song.
Because as of right now, Paul doesn't have a.
Which song is that?
That's World of Blues.
Okay, it don't sound like.
Paul's got nothing if this is it.
Paul, you're wasting our time, dickhead.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
That's why I didn't talk about it because I was like, all right, I don't think Paul's got a case.
Are you sure that's the song?
That's the song. That's
Oh,
what he's
God.
He
claiming.
says 2 songs. So World of Blues is also another one called Hip Jazz that he says they stole from.
All right, maybe is Hip Jazz the thrift shop one? Because that wasn't even in the right fucking key.
No.
That's not even close. Yeah. I'll try Paul Baptiste.
Hip Jazz.
Hip Jazz.
Sounds good.
Yeah, not even close. Let me see.
Is it even coming up?
No.
Oh,
He's already taken enough of my time.
that's not looking good.
Screw you, Paul. That ain't working for me.
Even if Macklemore did steal your shit, we're just annoyed with the whole process, and we're on Macklemore's side now.
Yeah, gotta say I am. I got this email from Sarah. She said, hey, I just finished listening to yesterday's show, and I got to thinking, your movie plot should be about Jason having to find Denny's kidnapper with his, quote, certain set of skills.
Oh, I would love to do a Taken type movie.
But they've taken Denny's.
That's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
That-
it.
Kev, you could be the henchman.
Kev is the kidnapper.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's
Yeah.
a real solid one.
Kev is the kidnapper.
I
Maybe
love
we don't find out till the end.
Yep.
That's a good one.
so
Put that in the
good.
awesome pile.
Put that in the pile there as we work on that KVJ movie idea. Sarah also said that she was listening to the After the Show podcast, getting a root canal at the dentist. And Virginia said something funny. She started laughing. The dentist cut the roof of her mouth and then scolded her. Sit still.
Why are you listening to that shitty show?
He cut her and then yelled at her.
Yeah, because she moved. She started laughing, goes, ha ha, and like shook her head. And
I'm sorry you got cut. I don't think it's worth it.
Richard Dick Frank, said, hey, what if you put Virginia's brain in Kevin's body and Virginia makes Kevin finally get the calf implants and also some lipo? Just saying.
I would have you looking tight.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that wasn't really a plot email. They just wanted to email and rip on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was just insults.
Which we encourage.
Nick in Alabama said, Kevin, that story about Don Conley was absolutely hilarious. I kept rewinding and laughing at the part where you said that he tumbled out of the melee and then went back in to keep fighting. The best part was how you gave him that redneck voice with the, all right, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you have a great redneck voice.
Grew up around it. Heard it
I
all
can
the time.
tell.
I keep picturing some dude in a sleeveless flannel and a mullet. I was wondering how many of these stories you have and if that could be a new segment on the After the Show podcast since we no longer have stories from a stoner. Thanks for the laughs every day. Love you guys. Hope y'all have something going on Memorial Day weekend so I can finally meet y'all. Yeah.
It's weird. I don't see the Conley brothers with any shirts on. Every time you tell a story, they've got jean shorts on. Their faces are really red from anger and drinking.
Yeah.
And they're always shirtless.
Not far off.
Okay,
yeah, I've seen them like that.
How do you? Every time you tell these stories, I picture something. What do you picture?
I have a lot of guys with like their two front teeth. They got a gap in them. They love to dip.
Yeah. Yeah, Don Dip.
I see a lot of
Copenhagen.
dipping. A lot of dipping going
Yeah,
on.
Don did a lot of dipping.
Weird enough, though, I don't see him having bad teeth. I don't think
Oddly
Conley.
enough, I don't think he had bad teeth. Weird. It was weird.
But
yeah.
he does dip, though. He likes to dip. But his
course.
teeth aren't that bad.
Yeah, oddly enough, and I know that's one of the stereotypes of, backwoods culture, but most of the people in my town had the teeth. The teeth, it wasn't, yeah.
And I feel like the Conley brothers, at least the one that's real crazy, he always had at least one woman in his life that was so overly loyal to him who would kill for him.
Yeah.
Did he have that in his
She
life?
was real quiet. It was amazing. She was like a church mouse.
Really?
And her parents were like religious and all that kind of stuff. It was the oddest pairing. And she would, try to get every now and then, and you'd see Don in church, which is the weirdest thing. You'd see Don up there in the
He
pew.
was burning.
Yeah, no, he would just.
Did lightning strike the church?
But what was she very protective and stood by her man?
Yeah, but she wasn't at all confrontational.
I'm not saying
the least bit.
confrontational,
Yeah,
but-
yeah. I mean, she was with him for a while. I don't know if they're still together or not. I mean, it's been so long. But yeah, I mean, it was such an odd pairing because she couldn't have been more quiet. Like, you never heard her speak.
Can you find out if they're still together?
I'd like to find out. No, honestly, hopefully one of these days we get to go back. And I'm trying to, if we ever figure out a date that we'll go back to Logan, I'd like to take Jaybird and Denny's with me. And anybody else wants to come along, and we'll go, and I'll try to round up some of the old crew. And then I think what we probably do, Nick, is get together and have them tell stories. Because honestly, like a buddy of mine that I grew up with, Josh, his memory is phenomenal. He's so good at telling all the stories. He remembers all the dysfunctional, fucked up stories, and he's so good at telling them. And I'll probably get the whole crew together and let those guys go because they're just unreal.
If you introduced me to Don Conley and I walked up to him and said, "You're Conley, huh? I was expecting something way bigger. You ain't much." If I just said that, do you think he would attack me right there and
No,
then?
he starts with verbal. He'd be like, "Did you fucking say something?"
I just thought you'd be a little bit bigger, that's all.
And then
I
at that
double
point,
dog dare you.
Then at that point, he would punch you.
So it would take me my second comment to get pummeled.
You probably, in fact, when you said that, I had a vision of you going through the plate glass window at Pizza Crossing.
Do you want to do a how long will it take? How long will it take for Conley to throw me through the Pizza Crossing
No,
window?
because he doesn't stop. He would jump through the window and continue beating you.
He won't stop him. I say,
Keep
it's a
in mind,
radio bit, it's a radio bit.
He's kicked a man to death.
He sees blood, he loves it.
Yeah.
He licks it.
I don't know that me or 10 people could get him off of you.
Fuck Conley. He's older, slower.
All right, you're not going to Logan.
You're not a fighter.
You're not going.
I know, but I like to talk shit.
No, this is not a town to talk shit in.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I got the Bronx.
You got to understand
You're
rednecks,
Palm
man.
Beach soft over there.
Yeah, Bronx will get me out of it. He's got
No,
the
he
gift
will
of gab.
not.
Come
He
on.
can't.
No.
You're like, Don, it's
I
me.
was just smart enough to shut up, man. I never said anything. I never mouthed off to nobody. I got it.
Giving a lot of power to this Conley clown.
Oh,
He ain't never seen a good old Southern Ohio ass kicking. Shit, boy.
I would just like to just to see. I would just like to see how long would it take for him to kick my ass.
He would. He usually liked to say something first because I think it was almost like he wanted people to get around. He liked an audience.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't hit you right away
Because no one will see it.
He would want to be loud because he'd want people to be like, "Oh, what?" And people would come around. In fact, he'd kind of look around and be like, "Hold on a second, I gotta get about 10 more people over here."
y'all
before-"
see what this MFer just said to me?
Yeah.
So even if I just did the line, "Oh, what's up, Don? Nice to meet you. I thought you'd be bigger."
Who the fuck are you?
I'm just saying, I thought you'd be bigger. Kevin said you were a big dude, kind of small.
Where the fuck do you come from, and where do you get a right talking to me like that, motherfucker?
I come from Lake Park, motherfucker. What you got?
Oh yeah, we're gonna fucking beat your ass too, Leia.
Shit.
And Jaybird's now dead.
Imagine we go to Logan and I get murdered.
You go and you die. And then what does Kevin do?
He's got to call Ann, let her
He's
know.
got to testify against
Yeah.
Don. Then Don has somebody kill Kevin. Where does it end?
Yeah, where does it end?
This could be another movie.
Yeah.
No, this shit's real.
This shit is real.
This shit is real, yeah.
Yeah, this audio probably won't get back to Don. Come on.
Watch you get to town. He's
I've
sitting
been
there in
waiting
his,
for
He's
you.
sitting in his pickup truck at Pizza Crossing. You roll in, he just hits play.
Hey, motherfucker, where's your egg costume at? I got my egg costume on right now.
He pulls out brass knuckles, a pool cue, and a tire iron.
Oh, brass knuckles? That bitch needs brass knuckles to fight me. He needs brass knuckles, then he ain't hard.
Yeah, he likes to hit and lick. He hits them, then licks them, then hits you again.
I heard a thing. If guys use brass knuckles, they're known on the streets as being a pussy.
You may not have to go to Logan.
He might come to you.
He
Keep
won't-
talking.
He won't take a plane. He'll just sprint here.
He runs.
Let me see. Bird, I can tell you you're an easygoing, nice guy, but I can tell you got an underlying anger issue. This is actually from Kentucky John.
Uh-oh.
Damn right,
Maybe.
Kentucky John.
Maybe Conley's got a fight on his hands. He said a lot of the after the show emails got you going pretty quick. You saw yourself as a wimp and not a good fighter, but I beg to differ. I think that temper has gotten you into a few altercations, sticking up for people that get picked on or bullied. We all know pain does not scare you because of the stunts you do, and I think you're pretty athletic for your age. I guess my point is, I think you would be good back up on the town drinking. Don't sell yourself short. I'm not saying you're Billy Badass, but don't sell me this Denny's image like you're a little more scrappy in that, I think. Can't wait to meet up someday and do some shots. Peace, Kentucky John.
I've been wanting to do some shots with Kentucky John for a long time. Yeah, I'm not as peaceful
That's
as...
another thing. You don't want to drink with country boys.
I've drank with country boys. In fact, they were the ones that taught me how to drink. That's
Really?
probably why I have an issue with it. Because my freshman year in college, I never drank during high school.
Yeah.
I was a goody two-shoes. Didn't want to do anything wrong.
Yeah.
I always, if I did anything bad, Mom, I think I did something wrong. I mean, I was, a Boy Scout.
You're a real puss.
Yeah. And then,
Mom, I think I did something wrong.
it was awful. It was terrible.
And you call yourself a man.
And then I started drinking a little bit, got a little bit more of an edge. But it was those country folk that really did teach me how to drink a bit.
Yeah, they can drink, man.
They can drink.
And they usually drink nasty shit like Jack Daniels and Wild Turkey.
They got
shine.
they got me
Oh,
on-
Get some shine.
Yeah, we had a lot of shine where I was from.
They got me on Boone's. That's what I drank. I started off with Boone's.
That's for pussies.
Yeah, Boone's is a
Would you hang out with country pussies?
Boone's.
Did you hang out with chicks?
Even when I'm trying to.
These country girls, they were hard.
They were, man. They can outdrink me in a minute.
Get out of here
Fucking
with that
Conley would
bullshit.
see Boone's right and be like, "You fucking pussy drinking Boone's Farm?
Boone's?
Did you take my girl's alcohol?"
I do not think I'm tough in the least bit, and Kentucky John is completely wrong.
If you're sitting around a bonfire drinking Boone's Farm,
I am such a wimp. I get mad at emails because they're just emails that I'm in the room. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Yeah, no, it ain't boo.
You're not a fighter either, though, Kev.
No, I stayed away from it. That's why I tried to make friends with everybody. I was not a fighter.
I'll get into like verbal confrontations with people, but
Yeah.
I don't like the physical stuff. If I do see something that I don't like, every now and then I'll put my beak in it. But
Yeah.
when you're reading emails, I mean, aren't we supposed to go off on emails, or do we supposed to take it like a bitch? I don't know. You go off on emails too sometimes.
I do. But I don't drink Boone's Farm like a bitch. Fucking bitch.
I actually still don't mind it. we did some for our podcast. Didn't we have Boone's Farm? I thought we had Strawberry Hill for the roulette thing we
We did. We had Strawberry Hill. We had Cisco.
Cisco's brutal.
Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
Those are hard to find, actually. You got to really do some driving through the hood.
Cisco's tough to choke down, but I don't think Strawberry Hill's that bad.
No, it's really not.
Kim said, I need Jerby's dream interpretations here.
Okay, get into it.
So since I was a teenager, I had a recurring dream of a man chasing me. I'd shoot him over and over again, and he kept chasing. This had happened on a weekly basis, and I would wake up sobbing. I've only had it once since I had my son 10 years ago. For the last couple months, I've had a dream, or give or take 10 times, where there's a lot of people around, and my sister has a bull that tries to spear everyone with his horns. He knows how to open doors, and there's no hiding from him. Everyone just bows their head and doesn't make eye contact, and he leaves them alone except me. I don't bow my head. I try and run and hide, and he always finds me, but never spears me. WTF is your explanation. Can't wait to hear the fuckery.
I think what's going on is this girl is not happy where she loves her kid. She loves that part of her life. She isn't happy with the ego side of things. She doesn't. I don't think she loves her career. I don't think she's liking a lot of those. She's looking back and saying, I could have done some more fun shit. I could enjoy life. And that bull, that whole thing, her fighting and everyone. Oh, there's always some kind of some drama going on in her dream. That's life telling you. She thinks that it is over for her. She thinks she can't chase her dreams. She thinks this is the way her life has to be. That's the reason why she's confronting the bull, and she's trying to tell herself, "Oh, this is just it, man. This is my life," and it's not it. It's not. She can still keep fighting it, the life she wants, and have the kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That bull is life. She's trying to, in her dream, she's like, "No, man, it's not over yet. I still got a little bit of hope left. I'm gonna fucking fight the bull."
So the bull is chasing everyone else, and everyone bows down to life, but she's fighting back with life.
Well, because she's seeing everybody in her life just take the bull because that's what they're doing in their life. They're accepting their lives, and they're not happy with their lives either, and they're just accepting it. They think they can do nothing. She still thinks deep down, "Oh yeah, I may be able to fight this bull off. I may be able to tackle life."
Okay. There you go.
Does that make sense at all?
Yeah.
All right, there's some stumbling.
There's some stumbling.
I'm not the best at explaining things.
Look, you get what you pay for. It's free advice. What the fuck?
I'm in a day costume.
Jen from Houston, she sent in a recommendation. She used to listen to a local morning show there, and she said they had a regular guest on who was a self-proclaimed dream expert. She was insightful and professional and gave very good information on what the meaning of certain things that occur in dreams in a very compassionate way. I want to look her up and have her on your show, Lori the Dream Expert. Lori Lowenberg. I think I've heard of her.
And I've heard people talk about this before. A lot of times if you have nightmares, you're not happy with things you're doing in your own life. It's not good enough for you, and you know it, and that's why you're struggling in your dreams.
Okay. Got this email from Melissa. She said, have you heard anything from the transgender Shelby and her progress? Yeah, I just got an email from Shelby last week. Shelby just got the breast implants, has done the gender reassignment, has got some healing to do. Shelby's like, yeah, I'm kind of sore. I could try to maybe limp my way there. And I said, no, heal up, get good.
No. Get good.
I said, get good, and then come in, and you can give us the update and the progress and let everybody know so we can see what kind of more the finished product looks like. So, yeah, Shelby is, as soon as she's all healed up, will come in here and give us the latest as we've been following Shelby's progress. Boy, it's been probably a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
We've been talking to Shelby when Shelby first realized that, hey, I want to be a woman, and went through the whole process.
It's a journey.
Changed the name and everything. There's a lot into it. And the most eye-opening thing is the cost, because it is not going to be something that's going to be cheap to at least go the route that Shelby did.
No.
If you go all the way, it's not something that's, I'm just going to snap my fingers and, hey, what do you know? Now I'm a female. And I got this from Christy. She said, I knew that when I went into a meeting a few weeks ago and I referred to a lady as Erin Hernandez when she was actually Erin Gonzalez,
Oh, shoot.
I needed to find another talk radio besides sports. I'm from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and we do not have any talk radio unless it's politics or sports, so I Googled, quote, funny talk radio shows, and that's how I found you guys. Now, I listen every day when the podcasts come out, and I laugh my butt off with y'all. I thought I would come on here and tell you about how a random 32-year-old from Green Bay, Wisconsin came to listen to your show 1,500 miles away.
I love stories like that.
That's cool.
I bet you she found us on that ranker list.
Yeah.
Is that a guy or a girl?
Christy, girl, believe.
Oh, okay.
That ranker list, as much bullshit as it is, it does help us out a bit.
Yeah, and that's up there. They had us, last I checked, number 2 funniest radio show. I don't know who's clicking and voting on it, but thank you. Thank you for posting to a podcast every day so I can listen. That was number 2 behind Howard Stern, so it's good company.
Take that.
I don't know what it means, but yeah, if it gets us one listener in Green Bay, that's awesome.
It got us Christy, and so we'll take it.
It got us, Christy. Nothing else, though. No money, no ratings, nothing.
And Kelly's want to know, is Jaybird's alien/ghost/ I think she spelled it wrong, bigot podcast?
Oh, no. Put that F in there. Bigot. Oh, shit. Please put an F in.
You're a bigot?
Oh, my God.
I believe she meant Bigfoot.
You can make...
It's a very important F.
They cover everything. Aliens, ghosts.
And bigots.
That's
They
like
love bigots.
that's like when we were doing the snack pack flyers. We had come see the value meal killer, the best raper out there. Someone forgot a P. It's rapper.
Raper.
Yeah, that was a typo.
I feel like you wouldn't be very good at rape.
It was when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, please, we gotta change this.
When is it going to be available, and where can I find it?
Tomorrow, it will be live on our YouTube channel, and it goes out about 11:45. And then we'll also put it on our Facebook.
Okay, is it on our podcast page too?
I believe so.
Okay, we have a podcast page, kvjshow.com, because somebody is asking about the old Godcast I'd done about a year ago. That is up there if you want to go back and catch those as well. Thank you very much to Bud's Chicken and Seafood for today's After the Show podcast.
Yes, I've got some notes here.
All righty, what you got? What
That's
you
your
got?
cue.
Yes, I'm just kind of going over them. All right, here we go. We're back.
Yeah.
Talking to Philip, no big deal.
Oh, he's very important over there.
Ever hear of him?
Yeah.
He helps run Buds.
Yeah.
He's telling me they're going to be out. Bud Chicken and Seafood will be out at Sunfest Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, giving out coupons, corn fritters, and shrimp samples.
Wow.
Free food, bitches. Yeah.
That's a nice setup.
That's what Bud's Chicken and Seafood does.
So look for the free samples and the coupons.
And I'm assuming they will have the bird sauce out there.
Oh, they better.
I mean, you got to have the bird sauce.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
All righty, there you go. All right, you guys enjoy your Tuesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.